Alright, going to make a little bit of a different video today. We're going to play a little play money video poker. We're going to play some bonus poker deluxe. This is play money, not real money. It's just a practice. It's just practice software. This is Win Poker 6, which I believe it's an old program, but I believe they still sell it. So you could do a search on online if you're interested. But yeah, we're going to play a little play money bonus poker just for practice. It has a warning system, so if I do something wrong, it will let me know. We're going to practice our basic strategy. Um, I mostly just play for play money. I tell you, the apps they have today are so realistic, just like you're at a casino. You don't even have to use real money anymore. You can just play with play money, and it's just as much fun, and you don't have to worry about losing anything. But when you do play at casinos and stuff, games like video poker and blackjack are your best bets. They give you the best return on your money, and you can play for a while and have some fun. You won't win anything, but you lose a little bit less when you play these games and if you play them correctly. So this is Bonus Poker Deluxe. This is the payout table for the different hands. And basic strategy is very important when you're playing these games. To play these games correctly, every hand is there's a way to play every hand correctly, and there's a way to play it incorrectly. Most people that play these video poker games don't play correctly. So we're going to give our best. I'm going to make some mistakes because I haven't played a lot of Bonus Poker Deluxe in a while. I play Jacks or Better, I play Double Double Bonus, and I play this one, Poker Bonus Deluxe. But it's been a while, so let's load up with some play money here because it's no fun without any play money. We'll put in 400 coins. I actually hit a 4 of a kind earlier today, and I was up about 300 credits. And we're going to max bet, which means we play, if you only play for 1 credit, you get this column over here that starts with the 250 for a royal flush. But if you play max credits, you get 4,000 for a royal flush, 4,000 credits. So you always want to play for the max. You always want to play to make the max bet, which is 5 credits instead of 1. And 4 of a kinds are worth 400, whereas in Jacks or Better, they're only worth 125. The problem is 2 pair in Bonus Poker Deluxe and in Double Double Bonus is only worth 5 credits, same as a pair. In Jacks or Better, it's worth 10 credits, so that can hurt you a lot in the short run. But you're hoping to get those 4 of a kinds, which pay better than in Jacks or Better. So let's bet max and get started. I'm just going to play some hands. Here, obviously, you just save the pair of aces. And we just get the aces, so that's just the 5 credits. So basically we just get our 5 credits back. We didn't really make anything, we just broke even on that hand. Basically just trying to stay alive long enough to hit the 4 of a kinds. Now here we got a open-ended straight, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, so we hold that. And we don't hit it. And here we have a pair of jacks. And that's all we get, so that we get the 5 credits back. Here's a pair of queens. Most hands are easy to play. There are sometimes you get a hand though that's a little tricky. You might have part of a straight, part of a flush. You don't know what to hold, so there are rules for what to hold. Here we're just holding the queens, and we get 2 pair. But again, 2 pair pays the same as 1 pair in Bonus Poker Deluxe. They do that because they have to offset the fact that they're giving you so much more on a 4 of a kind. So. Alright, here's not much of a hand. All we have is high card. We don't have anything else. Like I said, the game will warn me. I have it on to warn me of a mistake. Training mode is on warn. So when I make an error, it will slap me on the wrist. And I will make them, don't worry. Here is 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is an open-ender. So we play that. We miss it. Here we just have the high card, the ace, nothing. Here we hold the ace and the king, and we just get the pair. The fun ones are when you get 3 of a kind and you need that 1 card for 4 of a kind. Here are a pair of 6s, and that's all we got, so we hold those. And we got 3 6s here, so that's worth 3 times our credits, 15. So we made some there. We back up over 400. We started with 400, so we're now up 5 credits. This is like an overall minus 570. But I play a lot of different games, and sometimes I experiment and stuff, so that's the overall minus 570. And here we go. Alright, Alright, here we got aces again. And we'll hold those. I've only gotten one royal flush ever, and that was for play money, not for real money. I have gotten some straight flushes. Here's a pair of jacks. We hold those. It's always good, even when you're doing pretend play, to kind of set a limit. So we'll say 200 credits. If we get to 200 credit, if we get to where we're down 200 credits, we'll call it quits for this session. Here's a pair of tens. And here's a pair of eights. This is just king jack, 2 high cards. Here's a pair of jacks. Wait for the first hand where we really got one that's a little confusing. So far they've all been pretty easy to play. Here's a pair of kings. This one we got a pair of tens, so we hold those. And we get 3 tens, so we're back over 400 again. The pairs are good because obviously you're shooting for that 4 of a kind, which is easier to hit than the straight and royal flushes. 4 of a kind happens about 1 every 400 hands. Straight flushes is about 1 every 9,000, and royal flushes 1 every about 40,000 hands. So the 4 of a kinds are a lot easier to hit than those straight flushes and royal flushes. Here's a pair of jacks. A pair of jacks and a pair of sixes, so we're going for the full house, which pays 40 credits. See if we could fill it up with a jack or a 6. Nope. We will do those a few times, hopefully, before it's over. You do get full houses fairly decently. This looks like just the high card jack. Got a pair. This looks like king jack suited. This is 2 to a royal, so we hold that. And no, you don't hit those very often, but you still got to hold them. Here's a pair of nines. And we got ace king on this one. The rules for the different games vary slightly. Like on that ace king one I just hold, since it was offsuit, if I was playing double bonus, I would just hold the ace. Because 4 aces pays 2,000 credits in double bonus. Here we hold the 2 to the royal. Here we have 2 to a royal again. 7, 8, 9, 10 jack. So this would not be a straight flush because 7 only goes up to the jack. So we don't worry about holding that. We hold queen jack. Here it looks like it's just queen jack as the high cards. 2, 4, 7, 10. King is just the king. Here we have 2 pair, 5s and 7s. We're trying for the full boat, and we don't get it. Here we have 5s and 3s, so we got another full boat draw. 3s or 5s, no good. And that's where you really get hurt in bonus poker and double bonus, only getting that 5 credits for 2 pair. In jacks are better, we would get 10, so those would both be winning hands in jacks are better. But you get less for the 4 of a kind. So here's a pair of 2s, and we get 3 2s, 380. One more would have been nice. Here's aces, so we're holding those. In double bonus, if you get aces and a different pair, like aces and 6s or aces and 10s or whatever, you only hold the aces because the aces are worth so much in double bonus. So you would only hold the aces. Here we have queen jack. And a pair of 7s doesn't pay. You gotta have jacks or better. 3, 4, 5. This is just ace king, it looks like. Here we got queens. And we get 2 pair. No full boat. We haven't gotten a full boat yet, or a flush, or a straight. And you do get those hands. This is an interesting one. I believe it's king jack off. You also have king 10, which is 2 to a royal, but a 10 is not a paying card. So I think this is king jack, and it is. The game would have warned me if I was wrong. 3, 5, 8, 9. This is just a king. And now we got 4 to a flush. Now 4 to a flush, we also notice we have a pair, but it's a low pair that's not paying. It's not jacks or better. So when you have a low pair that's not paying and a 4 flush, you hold the 4 flush. So we're holding the 5, 7, 9, 10, and we don't get the flush. Here we have a pair of 4s, a pair of 6s, and we get 3 6s. Down 40 credits from where we started. again, here you have, this one's interesting. You have 9, 10, Jack, King, which is a straight draw, but it's not open-ended. It's a gut shot. You also have Jack 10 suited, and you have King Jack as high cards. I'm not sure on this one. Might be the 9, 10, Jack, King. I might be wrong on this one, so let's see if the game warns me. Nope, that was correct. So you do hold the 9, 10, Jack, King, even though it's a gut shot looking for the queen, because we had 2 high cards. Sometimes you hold those gut shots, and sometimes you don't. Here's a pair of 3s, and another pair of 3s. And this one, I believe, is 5, 6, 8. That's 3 to a straight flush. And it's a good draw since there's only one gap of 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's considered a one gapper. So I think it's this, and it is. 3, 4, 8, 9. We are going to hold the queen. Here, 4, 5, 7, 8. See, now this is a gut shot, but we have a high card, and this here we hold a high card. The gut shot here is not as good as a high card because if we get another queen, it's paying. So I'm pretty sure it's just a queen here, and that's correct. Here we got a pair of 10s, which we do play over the 2 to a royal. Ooh, we got 3 10s. Here's a pair of deuces. Although, 3 deuces. For a second, I thought we might have had 4. That's 3. Could have been a 2. 3, 4, 9, 10. This looks like just the ace. Here we got queens. Ace, queen. 345. So we're playing down to 200. Hopefully we'll get a 4 of a kind this time, but if not, maybe I'll do it again and we'll get one next time. You do get the 4 of a kinds, and they're fun when you get them. Here's a pair of 6s. Ace, king. The 4 of a kinds are the most fun in double bonus because they could pay 800 or 2,000, but there are a lot of them that only pay 250. So here you get 400 for all of them. This just looks like King Jack. 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we have an open-ended straight. That's better than just one high card if it's open-ended. We miss it. 6, 7, 10. We play the ace jack. Yeah, it's just as much fun play money, and you don't have to worry about losing money. So I have some apps on my iPad that just like if you're at the casino. So they're just as fun as playing for real money. I love trying to get those royal flushes. Here we got 3, 5, 6, 8. It looks like it's just the king. Like I said, I've only gotten one royal flush. I did get a straight flush on a game where I was playing multi hands. I think it was 3 or 5 hands, and I got a straight flush on all of them. That was pretty fun. Again, that was just for play money. I do play occasionally for real money, but not often. I prefer just playing for fun. Here's the King Jack, which is a 2 to a royal. Here's a pair of kings. My real money gambling is mostly on horses. I like handicapping. I've been playing since I was a kid, really a teenager. Aqueduct was right by my house. Pair of 6s here. I do like blackjack, but I don't have the kind of bankroll to play blackjack. But I do. That would be my main game I would probably play if I had the money. Here's a pair of 10s. 5s. Baccarat's not bad either. You could kind of play for a long time there without losing too much. It's not a big house edge in Baccarat. Here's a pair of 5s. Don't waste my time too much on the other games. If you had a lot of money, you could probably play craps. There are some ways you could play craps that aren't bad, but you need a lot of money for that game. Here's 2 pair. There's a pair of jacks. 4, 7, 10 jack queen is no good, so we're going to take the queen jack. And here's aces. And we get 3 of them, but we're down 85 credits, playing down to 200, trying to get the 4 of a kind. Here's a pair of 5s. But notice, even if we were at like 205 credits and we hit a 4 of a kind, we would get 400. We would be up to 605, and we would be up 205 credits. So just getting that 1 4 of a kind is really what makes the difference in a winning or losing session. Here's a pair of sevens, and we don't have a flush draw, so we keep the sevens. I sometimes miss those flush draws. This one, I guess, is ace jack. That's 2 to a royal. Queen jack is such a good hold. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, it is the 2 to a royal, because the royal pays just so well. So the tables kind of tell you which way to go on these hands a lot of the times. Pair of sixes, and we get 3 of them. We can't get that 4th one. We need a 4 of a kind to make this a winning session. Here's ace queen, and we get 2 pair. Here's ace king. This is 2 to a royal. Pair of eights. Can we get 2 more? And we get 3, so not 4. A lot of times it happens that way. You think you on those when you get the draw where you have 3 of a kind, but a lot of times you get the 4 of a kind on a just a hold of a pair. I've also been dealt 4 of a kind, which is a lot of fun. Here's a pair of queens. Here's 4s and 5s, trying to get our first full house. Nope. 2 8. Here we have 8, 9, 10 jack. Sometimes it can be easy to miss these, especially these straight flushes and straight draws. And we finally get a straight. That pays 20, so that's 4 times. We're back up to 335. That's what keeps you alive, though, hitting these lower ones until you can get the ones you really want. This is probably king jack suited. Yeah. 2, 3, 6, 7. Just a king. Pair of tens. No good. Here we got queens and jacks. Go for a full boat. No good. 3, 4, 5, 8 doesn't help us, so it's just a king. Here we got king queen, so we're 2 to a royal. Ooh, 4 flush and 3 to a royal, but no good. Those hurt when you get 4 to a royal. Here's a pair of, here's 4s and 9s. So always double check your hand to make sure you're not missing anything. But you're human, so eventually you will miss something. Here's a pair of 2s. It's impossible to never miss anything. Here's a pair of 3s. And when you start missing, it's usually a sign that you're tired and you should probably take a rest. Queens. Well, there are some hands that are just tricky, and you might misplay it. What do we got here? We got 8, 9, 10 jack, so I guess it's open-ended straight here. Missed it. Jack only. Get the pair of jacks. Pair of kings. No good. Pair of jacks. You get the 5 back, but obviously we're looking for more than a pair. Here's a pair of 6s. It still helps, though, to get the paying pairs. Keeps you alive a little bit longer. Especially in a situation like this where I set a goal, set a limit of 200. So, trying to hit that 4 of a kind before we get down to 200 credits. That's just an artificial limit I set for myself for this session. It's not a bad idea, though, to set those kind of limits when you play. Always come back another day. This might be our first 3 of a kind draw. It's very good. We haven't had too many of them, so 1 more ace, and we got our 4 of a kind. And there it is, 4 of a kind, 4 aces. So you see, that's worth 400 credits. So we hung around long enough, and we're going to be in the profit here. And I'll end it here. We got our 4 of a kind, and see what our final credit total is. Remember, we started with 400. So we did pretty good. We hit it early enough that we end up with 600. So we made 295 credits. Not bad. I think I made like 300 earlier today. So we're going to knock into this minus 570. We're going to cash out. Now my overall is down, actually up 125. So that's it. That's bonus poker deluxe, and we hit our 4 of a kind. We got 4 aces. Now, this hand in double bonus, I think is worth 800. To get to 2,000, you also have to have a kicker that's, I think, a 2, 3, or 4. So this would be like 800 in double bonus, but it would only be 125, and jacks are better. So depending on the game you're playing, the values change. So, alright, that's it. That's a little bonus poker deluxe. Hope you had fun watching the video, and I'll see you next time.